Honduras, a land of beauty and mystery, a land filled with natural resources and beautiful people. Honduras, a land that felt the footsteps of tiny feet as indigenous American children played ball, yet a land that cried as European invaders silenced their play by enslaving and killing those in the way. Now, over 500 years later, Honduras is still tainted by memories and the slavery that it has endured since the conquistadors. Not now a slavery of whips and chains, although those years have existed, but a slavery of dependency, a belief that multinational companies are necessary to provide work, and missionaries are the ones who come to build churches. It is these chains of dependency that the Episcopal Church of Honduras is committed to breaking. To empower the people of Honduras to lead self-sustaining lives, to straighten the backs of those bent over under the burden of dependencies, so that they might see the future through eyes of self-efficacy. This empowerment can be achieved in a variety of ways, yet few do more to empower this young nation than does education. It is education that gives voice to the voiceless, education that gives vision to the blind, and echoes the sound of opportunity to the deaf. Education empowers, and that is exactly what the Episcopal Church of Honduras is doing. From teaching technical and farming skills to the youth of El Hogar, or providing life-preserving information and skills to those suffering from HIV/AIDS through Siempre Unidos. The Episcopal Church of Honduras is educating young Honduran girls on reproductive matters, which is saving lives in the youngest nation in the Western Hemisphere. This is an attempt to break the vicious cycle of teen mothers dropping out of school to care for a child, who in turn becomes a teen mother and drops out of school, who in turn also becomes a teen mother. Education through micro-businesses such as God's Grace Linens, helping church communities learn to save, invest, produce, sell, and ultimately repay. All of these are helping Honduras take great strides toward a brighter future. Yet the ministry that will provide the greatest long-term hope for the country exists within the education of the Episcopal bilingual schools of Honduras. It is within these classroom walls that future leaders of the nation are being shaped. Over 1,700 youthful minds, bodies, and spirits are being trained to not just be citizens of Honduras, but citizens of the world. Graduating with complete fluency in multiple languages, digital citizens capable of harnessing the power of technology in a civically responsible manner, possessing an entrepreneurial spirit fueled by a creativity and can-do attitude. Graduates who pursue a college education in Honduras and abroad, knowing that their goal is to return to Honduras and be the change they wish to see in their great nation. The Episcopal Church of Honduras is called to shine the light of Jesus in the darkest places, to preach the empowering message of hope that breaks the chains of slavery, to help reverse the bondage of oppression that has existed over the past centuries. In so doing, we need your help. Not your handouts, but your help to empower. Although moving toward a state of self-sufficiency, we are not yet there. To reach this goal, we need support in building empowerment structures within the diocese. Help us repair and replace rundown school buildings, the buildings where these students are empowered. Help us with technology to connect the schools and parishes to other schools and churches throughout the world. Help us provide opportunities to further the formal education of deserving and talented youth. And help us establish micro-businesses within the communities of Honduras. Help us train farmers and tradesmen to grow and build a better Honduras. Help us share the message with the young girls of Honduras that baby can wait. Help us empower by supporting the necessary activities of the Episcopal Church. We are not asking for a handout, but rather a hand up. Help us with your expertise and with your resources and with your prayers. From its northern border where land and surf meet in a display of glistening play, to the western mountains where the voices of civilizations past can be heard, Honduras is a majestic land. From the smile of a child reversing the course of a worn soccer ball with a swift kick, to the Garifuna woman selling bags of homemade coconut bread along the beach, Honduras has beautiful people. From the Episcopal bilingual schools diligently preparing the future leaders of the nation, to the groups of schools training young farmers and tradesmen, Honduras has hope. You are invited to join the Episcopal Church of Honduras in this nation-changing effort toward empowerment. Let's get started.